All right, Tribe, that's it for today's study group. Break it down to code of ethics with the notes and all that great stuff. You know how we do. Did you like this group? Not like this group? People, listen, the playlist is enough. Da 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 da. Honest feedback.
Great as always. You're amazing. Content's great. You break down things absolutely amazing for us to understand. You break it down to ABC 1, 2, 3. And what's even more amazing is your 2 hours is long as hell.
Oh man.
Thank you.
Oh, this is how I like to learn. Like, talk to me like I'm 4. And I mean that. Like, whether it's the content, I know we're studying for the ASWB exam and whatnot, but if I'm learning anything, don't make it all confusing for me, anything. Talk to me like I'm 4. ABC 1, 2, 3, and run it back a couple times still, just so we can understand it. So definitely glad you found value out of the group. And yeah, we were flowing. It's 3:56. Yeah, taking questions and whatnot. It's all good. You know, we get in the games, and it just needed throughout the exam. So yeah, but definitely glad you attended and found value out of the group.
All right. I'm new to the tribe, and I can just tell that you're very adamant about what you do. It's not only about benefiting like on a money side. And that is why I've like continued to watch and sign up for your classes, because you do break it down. You break it down to you. I'm not gonna say like dumb it down, but you break it down in common sense terms. Like any new person can watch a YouTube video, check out what you post, and follow along. So I do appreciate you so much. I've been spending a lot of time, whether I'm getting ready in the morning, taking a bath, or driving, I play your videos constantly. So kudos to you. Thank you so much.
No, absolutely. And welcome to the tribe, or this side of the tribe. And if you heard me say before, where like a lawyer, we may be able to read all of the words and everything on the legal document, but they translate all of that from legalese to just simple words that we can understand. And I'm like, why not just do it for this material? And again, talk to me like I'm 4, because with all the fancy lingo and all of that and the way things are like worded and structured, why not just give it to us in a clear-cut, easy to understand way? Talk to me like I'm 4. And then we can expand upon it from there, because it starts to make a bit more sense when we had a more simplified perspective on it, and how it may present when they add those additional words and whatnot to it. So I'm just teaching how I like to be taught as well. So I'm definitely glad you're here and found value out of it. And I do care. Like, I do want us to pass. Like, I understand with the financial burden, and then like this exam is a different way of thinking. It is. I promise, I'm not saying that just because it sounds good. And it's just true. Internship papers, maybe now if you're in school, but I don't remember when I graduated, like, oh yeah, we're breaking down questions and going through all of this and like papers, internship. So, and that's why I always emphasize and show ourselves grace, because this exam is a different way of thinking. It is. So definitely glad you're here and found value out of it.
Ray, I love it so much. I think that you're a true educator. I think that we have been failed in the college higher educational system, because I wish more professors would teach the way you teach. It's definitely a way of bringing different elements. Not only do you go through the questions, but then you go back to the resources. That's how you took that and is dissecting something to its core, that I think it makes sense. And that's why it's an important way of learning that you're teaching us. And I really appreciate that.
I appreciate that. And I would say it's just more so like my skill set where I excel at. I mentioned this before with the tribe, but I took a Clifton Strengths, and it's like I knew this about myself, but my number one strength is strategic, and for the assessment, your strategic might be different from my strategic because it's customized to and unique to that person. But my ability to identify certain information, break it down, identify trends, and use simplified language, I excel at that, and I like it. You know, where I've had other professors, again, shout out to Rutgers RU, where I know they excel differently at certain aspects of teaching with their teaching style. So I'm just sharing like my skill set with our tribe, with our social workers. And I just, again, like I like to break it down, talk to me like I'm 4. And sometimes we might even need it to be 3, you know? So this is how I like to be taught. So this is why I want to give our tribe to help us. So definitely appreciate that. All right, tribe, thank you for attending today's study group. I appreciate you. And as always, we got this. Find a study buddy. Study buddies help. Why? It helps keep us accountable. And we actually it gives us someone to, verbalize this information, be vocal about the things we're saying to help it make sense. If we try to memorize everything outside of the recall, if we try to memorize everything, that'll be tough. But when we're having a conversation, a dialogue about it, it's like, I see why that makes sense when we're applying this ethical principle to this situation, even if it's presented in different ways. So, and stay consistent, 2 a day and 1 practice exam a month. We got this. All right, tribe, I'll see you next study group.